Have you already saved in your life a baby from a building on fire? Not yet? Well, guess what? You might still be a courageous person. Actually, you might already be more courageous than what you think without realizing it. Courage is one of these big concepts that you might hear about it all around, but the reality is that we never really talk about courage in any conversation we have with other human beings. And usually we see courage as this thing that is happening rarely. Like, there is this big event, like someone is drowning in a river and you have to jump to save them. Or someone is doing something really, really bad and you really, really have to step up. We always see courage as this big event in your life that happen occasionally where you have to raise your own game and where other people are going to look at you and say, yes, this person was courageous. The reality is that actually courage is not something that is that big. It's not something that is only other people judging you. It's something that actually you are judging yourself against yourself every day. And this is an area where most people, unfortunately, are not conscious enough of what they are doing and how they are measuring themselves, which creates some sense of unsatisfaction, which creates some sense of unhappiness. And I really want to tackle this topic with you because it is one of the most inspiring topics I coach people on. I coach clients on courage, and it's always very interesting conversation. It's always a massive boost of confidence when you realize actually you're already courageous a lot, and you can even increase that further and make it a habit, make it something that is supporting you every day until you go and you keep being bolder and bolder and you really create this level of extraordinary life that you want. And I want to give you a couple of tips today on how you can do that, how you can think about courage actually not as a character trait, not as a personality trait, not as something that other people have, but as a skill, because that's exactly what it is. Courage is a skill that you can build every day by taking the right actions, by having in mind that you are learning and growing it. And if you do this, I can promise to you, you are going to feel so much more engaged in what you do, so much more confident, and so much more happy about your own performance. So I want to share with you 3 points that are actually making a difference to build courage on a daily basis. The first one, it might be an obvious one, but it's learning to handle fear properly. I'm not going to go into detail about what is fear because I think you might all know that, but I want to talk about how you can handle it with emotional intelligence. When it comes to fear, you usually have 2 big extremes. You have the people who are very, very emotional, feeling the fear very strongly, feeling the anxiety, all the negative feelings around that. And they get very stuck into the emotional side. So they get stuck, they don't take actions, they're paralyzed, they usually feel unsatisfied because they are not moving forward. And you have also the people at the exact opposite who are like, I don't feel the fear, I'm a logical person, I don't have emotions, even when it's a bit uncomfortable, I do it. And they go more into the logical, what I call the logical denial, which is at the other spectrum than the emotional paralysis. And both of these situations are not optimum in terms of courage because they are preventing you to actually see when you are courageous. They are preventing you to recognize the fear, to acknowledge the fear, and then take the action that is going to give you a signal to your brain, yeah, now you are courageous. So when I say handling the fear properly and with emotional intelligence is bringing yourself back into the middle of it. So if you are a person who is more into the emotional side, you are feeling the emotion. That's perfect. You're feeling the fear. It's an emotion. It's a normal feeling. Now, your job is to bring yourself back in the middle by bringing the logic into the puzzle. So it's more looking at reframing what you are feeling. It's looking at actions you could be taking. It's doing reality checks on whether or not your fear is actually real. So it's really just bringing the logic back into the emotion. If you're on the other side and you are like, no, absolutely fearless, don't feel anything, I don't want to hear about emotions, you are missing a big part of the puzzle for your own growth because you do not realize what your enemy is. You do not realize if you're already at the level of your comfort zone, at the border of your comfort zone. You do not realize what is your next level, basically. So you are missing an ingredient to go after your next level. So if you're on this side, bring back the emotion. So whenever you feel slightly uncomfortable or you feel something is not something you are looking forward to do or avoiding, ask yourself, what is the underlying emotion behind it? Really go deep a little bit there and really go dig in because there is something behind it. If you're procrastinating, perfectionist, delaying things, avoiding things, neglecting things, there is always a reason behind. So go a little bit deeper, bring back the emotion, and that's going to give you other solutions that are going to be helping you go to your next level. And because once you've got this puzzle of, I know the emotion, I honor it, I honor that it's something that exists, I take it for what it is. Fear is a feeling is a signal that you have to do something about it. So you take it, you take the actions, your brain is going to be, okay, there is an emotion, there is an action, the action is bringing a solution. That's when you are going to start feeling courage. So if you want to feel courage, you need to start feeling the fear, and you need to make sure that you handle it properly so that it doesn't come on your way to do the courageous actions. So that's the basic number one. And I'm saying to you, if you are more on the logical side, ask yourself if you don't feel the fear, because actually you are not recognizing it already. The second thing to do to build courage on a daily basis is really owning up to yourself by expressing your truth even more to the world. This is a very difficult one for a lot of people. I think in general, people are more, trying not to bother others, not necessarily always assertive, not always ready to express their opinion, their needs, their thought, their feeling to people around them. And this is something for courage. You need to start building a muscle here. You need to start expressing yourself more, the true version of yourself, the full version of yourself, without apologizing for who you are, without being afraid of what people around you might think about you. And the reality is that the more you do this, the more you're going to feel authentic, the more you're going to feel aligned, the more you put yourself out there with all these thoughts, feelings, ideas, needs, the more you ask for help, the more you show vulnerable in the world, the more people are going to appreciate you for who you are. The more you're going to be able to attract the right people, the more you're going to be able to get your own needs met, to get your ideas supported by others. So you really need to go for it, and really go for it, even though you might be afraid of what can be happening, if other people will react to you or not. I can tell you, for me, putting my words on this video, on this post that I'm doing, is not always easy. But I do it because I believe in it, and I believe that this truth that I'm saying to you, what I think about the world, can also have an impact on you, and it's more important for me than just maybe some people who will not relate to what I'm saying. So go for it. Ask yourself, actually, this week, what have you been postponing? What is this one discussion you should have done already with this person? What is one idea that you have for a long time that you have not been pushing yet? What is, if you feel that you're not speaking up enough during meetings, for instance, what is one question you could be asking? What is the one thing that will give you already straight away a sense that, oh, I showed up for myself today? So really have a look. Speak up, find ways where you can actually be yourself unapologetically, and go for it, and you will see. It's going to build itself, it's going to compound itself, and you're gonna start feeling that you can be even more yourself, even more authentic, and that is the real life you want. And the number 3 is really very important. You need to create momentum. So you need to think about courage as a long-term thing. I mentioned it earlier, courage is a skill. It's not something that you have inherently, it's something that you have to build your muscle and practice every day. And it comes from momentum, because courage starts with action. You feel that something is on your way, you think something that is uncomfortable, you're a bit afraid of it, you need to express your truth, you need to go and take the actions. Once you take an action, you will get a proof that you've done something. So your brain is going to be, okay, there was an intention here to show courage. Now the person is taking an action. Okay, this person is aligned between intention and actions. Then you need to start repeating actions, and do it quickly, because the more you do actions, even little things, are going to help you build momentum, are going to help you build the confidence. And very important, the more you do that, the more you're going to build confidence, the more you have to push yourself to do bolder things as well. Very bold action is basically saying to your brain, you know what? I know this seems to be far outside of my comfort zone, but I believe in you, I'm confident in you, let's go, let's do it. And the more you do bolder step, bigger step than what you think you are ready for, the more your courage is going to roar inside you. It's going to be, hey, you know what? This person is actually going for it. And really think about it as create as much momentum as you can. So if you've decided, okay, one way to express my truth better this week might be to ask one question during this meeting. The meeting after, I want you to ask 2 questions. The meeting after, I want you to ask 3 questions. Keep the ball rolling, because that's what is building your courage sense, because you are seeing yourself being successful in the action, completing the actions you have decided. It's going to get the signal back, a good feedback loop to yourself to actually feel that you are courageous. And as I mentioned, it's a skill, it's a long-term practice. So you need to have a plan. You need to have goals that you want to work towards completion, that are going to give you this sense, yeah, that was a big goal, I achieved it, I was courageous, I showed up, I made it. You need to have some challenge in your learning phase, so you need to also, push yourself a little bit. That's going to help you create the courageous muscles. And you also need to really, again, think long-term. So it's not just one day you do it and then suddenly you're courageous for the rest of your life. It's an everyday battle. But you will see. Courage is something that you already have. It's just something you need to harness, you need to show up to the world, and you're going to feel the benefits of it very quickly.